governor of one town sent a joke cuneiform tablet, invoice to, or account to the prefect of that area, stating impossibly large amounts of gold and so forth that he had acquired as tribute. And yeah, this is the ancient equivalent of a joke fax or a joke letter or something. You know, we could get that today. It'd be like sending a letter to someone, you know, signed Superman. That's it. The Great Cat Massacre, which happened about 1600, was that the apprentices in the printing business were treated like shit. They used to leave all the time and get pissed and go out chasing skirts because they had such a bad existence. And it was very high stress to get a book out on time and so forth. And the particular owner of this publishing firm's wife had about 30 cats. And she used to, you know, feed them well and so forth. And one day the apprentices got the shit so much that they chased the cats over the rooftop and so forth, killed them, hung them up, dressed them up as a priest, had a mock execution, and murdered them. And they laughed their heads off. And said this was the funniest thing that this bloke had ever seen in his life. And where's the funny in that? I don't understand it.
We all laughed.
But I recommend these books very highly, especially the one by John Moscow, because that's about violence and others too. Yes. And I think the social history of the periods that we're interested in a lot of ways is more interesting than Ginsberg's translation of the Inquisition's two trials of this Miller in northern Italy, who was an unusual chap in that he was sort of self-educated and read some books. And it's unusual because we can tell how he read a book. And how we do that is we know, because in the Inquisition there were verbatim records kept. And so someone under torture would, you know, they'd take a verbatim record. And one bloke said that it was so boring reading them because of the inanities people come out with while they're being tortured. But of course some bloke had to write all this down. And the Miller had a theory that in the beginning there was a formlessness like cheese, and out of the cheese appeared worms. And these worms were the angels, and the mightiest worm was God, because then they had the concept of spontaneous generation. And of course this was, you know, and he didn't have a real concept of the Trinity and all this sort of stuff, and he used to go around telling people in the town this and espousing his ideas, and they either were too thick or not interested in, you know, told him to go away. And he says, you know, I had this theory and such, and then he talks about the travels of this knight who went to the Indies and so forth, and there were people there who had the heads of dogs, and people there who, you know, were all white and so forth, and they thought it was normal, thought that the knight was strange. And so the Miller was arguing about, you know, relativism in terms of, you know, things being relative according to one's culture. And he said, you know, I read it in this book by this knight, and there are copies of the book that he read extant, and so we can go back and see how he just didn't, you know, the human memory is not like a tape recorder. We, you know, swap things over and drop out other pieces of information and incorporate what we've heard already or sense into our memory of things. And we can see how his memory of reading this book 12 years ago or something changed from his verbatim account from the trial to going back to that book and looking it up. And but here's an interesting example of how people then were starting to get literate and starting to think about the world, and I suppose goes against the stereotype we've got of the Middle Ages being a silly period and a stupid period. Because there were people like him who were really thinking about it. But the church didn't like that. It doesn't stop us thinking about it. Any other questions or comments? Okay, thank you.
Just before you go, I just wanted to remind people here that Andrew and I are doing a repeat of our sort of lecture and practical demonstration on early 17th century fencing over in the marquee in about, well, immediately.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock now,
half an hour.
All right.